Welcome back, fellow Stoics, to Virtual Stoic. Today we're tackling a fascinating topic: how to make someone who doesn't value you become obsessed with you, keeping you in their thoughts forever. And the best part? We're using timeless Stoic wisdom to make it happen. That's right, Marcus Aurelius is about to level up your relationship game. Alright, my Stoic friends, let's get real for a second. Have you ever felt like you're giving everything in a relationship only to get nothing in return? Maybe your girlfriend's glued to her phone during date nights, or your boyfriend forgets your anniversary again. If that sounds familiar, don't worry, you're not alone. Even the Stoics had their share of moments where they felt unappreciated. But here's the thing, you don't have to stay stuck in that cycle. Let me drop a quote that will hit home. Respect yourself enough to walk away from anything that no longer serves you, grows you, or makes you happy. Powerful, isn't it? And while walking away is an option, today we're flipping the script entirely. We're making them see you in a whole new light. Now imagine this. The person who's been taking you for granted suddenly can't get enough of you. They're hanging on to your every word, making time for you and realizing just how incredible you are. Sounds like magic? It's not. It's Stoicism in action. But before we dive into the 10 Stoic techniques to make them obsessed with you, we need to address the core of it all: self-esteem and self-confidence. Why? Because if you want others to value you, it all starts with how you value yourself. Self-esteem and self-confidence are the unshakable foundation of your charisma. They're what make the 10 techniques work. When you know your worth and carry yourself with quiet confidence, people can't help but notice and gravitate toward you. Think of self-esteem as the foundation of a house. If it's strong, everything built on top of it is stable. But if it's weak, the smallest storm can bring it all crashing down. In relationships, self-esteem determines how you see and value yourself. When it's solid, you don't rely on constant approval or validation. Liberating, right? Imagine not needing compliments to feel good about yourself, being your own biggest cheerleader. As Oscar Wilde said, to love oneself is the beginning of a lifelong romance. And let's face it, who better to love you than you? Now, self-confidence is like the exterior of that house. It's what others notice first. Confident people naturally draw attention and respect. But we're not talking about arrogance. We're talking about a calm, firm confidence rooted in self-awareness. When you have both high self-esteem and self-confidence, you're better equipped to handle life's challenges and criticisms. Instead of feeling hurt when someone doesn't value you, you stay grounded, understanding that their behavior doesn't define your worth. This allows you to respond assertively without letting negativity disrupt your peace of mind. So how do you build this unshakable self-esteem and magnetic confidence? Stoicism has the answers. Let's break it down. 1. Daily reflection. Take a few minutes every day to reflect on your actions and choices. Ask yourself, did I live by my values today? What can I improve tomorrow? This simple habit strengthens your self-awareness and reinforces your worth. 2. Negative visualization. This might sound counterintuitive, but it's incredibly powerful. Visualize the worst-case scenarios, not to make yourself anxious, but to prepare your mind and build resilience. When you see that you can overcome even the toughest situations, your self-esteem skyrockets. 3. Amor fati, love your fate. This doesn't mean being passive. It means accepting what's outside your control and making the best of it. When you embrace this mindset, you stop comparing yourself to others and start valuing what you already have, including yourself. Building self-esteem and confidence is a journey, not a destination. It's about evolving into the best version of yourself, living by your values and recognizing your inherent worth. When you do this, you won't just transform your relationships, you'll transform how the world sees you. Alright, now that we've laid the foundation, let's dive into the 10 Stoic techniques to make them think about you constantly. But before we do, here's a quick challenge for you. Drop the phrase "on your thoughts forever" in the comments below. It's a fun way to capture the vibe of today's topic and see how many of you are all in for this journey. Ready, Stoic friend? Let's dive in. Step 1. Embrace your authentic self. Hey there, Stoic friends. Let's kick off with a game-changing technique: embracing your authentic self. You might be wondering, how's being my true self going to make someone who doesn't value me obsessed? Well, here's the truth. Authenticity is magnetic. When you're unapologetically yourself, people take notice. It's attractive because it's rare. In a world where everyone's trying to fit into molds or meet expectations, being real is like a breath of fresh air. Imagine being in a relationship where you're constantly trying to mold yourself into someone else's idea of who you should be. Exhausting, right? Worse yet, it makes you forgettable. But when you embrace your true self, you stand out. You become unforgettable. Now, how does this tie into self-esteem and self-confidence? It's simple. When you own your authenticity, you're telling the world, "This is me, take it or leave it." That level of self-assurance is powerful. It boosts your self-esteem because you're valuing yourself for who you truly are, not for who you're pretending to be. And confidence like that, it's impossible to ignore. Oscar Wilde said it best, "Be yourself, everyone else is already taken." When you live by this motto, you project a natural confidence that's irresistible. Here's how to start embracing your authentic self. Self-reflection. Take some time to understand your core values, passions, and unique traits. What makes you, you? Stop seeking validation. Your worth isn't defined by others' opinions. When you stop needing approval and value your perspective, you naturally exude confidence. Surround yourself with the right people. Stick with those who appreciate and respect you for who you truly are. Don't waste energy on people who can't see your worth. It's their loss. Own your quirks. Those quirks, silly jokes, and unique habits are what make you special. Don't hide them. Celebrate them. Humor especially is a universal connector. Share your laughter and watch how people gravitate toward your authenticity. By embracing your authentic self, you don't just make others notice you. You make them rethink how they see you entirely. Suddenly, the person who didn't value you starts seeing you in a new light. Someone confident, charming, and unapologetically real. Remember, being true to yourself isn't just about impressing others. It's about finding fulfillment and happiness. When you're genuine, you naturally leave an unforgettable impression, becoming the kind of person they can't stop thinking about. So, fellow Stoics, keep shining. Stay true, stay confident, and most importantly, stay you. That's the first step toward owning your worth and making them obsessed. Stoic style. Step 2. Cultivate emotional self-sufficiency. All right, Stoic friends, let's keep the momentum going. After embracing your authentic self, the next step to becoming someone unforgettable is to cultivate emotional self-sufficiency. Now you might wonder, what does emotional self-sufficiency have to do with making someone obsessed with me? Let me break it down for you. Emotional self-sufficiency is about finding your happiness and self-worth within yourself, rather than seeking it from others. When you're not dependent on others to feel good about yourself, you project independence and confidence, irresistibly attractive traits. Think about it. Have you ever noticed how the person who isn't constantly seeking approval or validation seems to stand out in a crowd? That's because they radiate emotional stability and strength, which signals to others that they're dependable and self-assured. As the saying goes, the strongest relationships are between two people who can live without each other but choose to be together. Here's how you can cultivate emotional self-sufficiency. Take responsibility for your happiness. Your happiness is yours to create. When you rely on others to make you happy, you hand over control of your emotional state. Instead, reclaim that control. Find joy in your own life, regardless of others' actions or opinions. Engage in solo activities that fulfill you. Pick up hobbies, dive into books, learn a new skill, or take long walks in nature. Do things that bring you joy independently. This reinforces the mindset that your happiness isn't tied to someone else's involvement. Practice self-care. Take care of your physical, mental, and emotional health. Exercise regularly, eat well, meditate, and get enough sleep. When you feel good in your skin, you're less likely to depend on others for emotional support. Remember, you can't pour from an empty cup. Set boundaries. Know your limits and don't hesitate to enforce them. Whether it's saying no or not allowing others to take advantage of your kindness, boundaries show that you respect yourself. This self-respect naturally earns the respect of others. Practice mindfulness and self-reflection. Check in with yourself daily. Ask, what am I feeling and why? Understanding your emotional triggers allows you to manage your reactions better and develop a sense of control over your inner world. Cultivating emotional self-sufficiency doesn't mean shutting people out or never relying on others. It's about achieving a balance where your happiness doesn't hinge on someone else. This independence makes your relationships richer, more meaningful, and more fulfilling. When you embody emotional self-sufficiency, people will naturally see you as someone strong, capable, and confident. They'll admire your independence and find themselves drawn to your presence, not because you need them, but because your strength inspires them. So, my Stoic friends, embrace your emotional strength and independence. By cultivating emotional self-sufficiency, You become someone they can't stop thinking about, not because they complete you, but because they're captivated by the strength and resilience you bring to the table. Stay strong and self-reliant, fellow Stoics. Step 3. Set and enforce personal boundaries. All right, Stoic friends, we've covered embracing your authentic self and cultivating emotional self-sufficiency. Now let's talk about the third step to becoming unforgettable: setting and enforcing personal boundaries. You might wonder, how do personal boundaries make someone obsessed with me? Simple. Boundaries are a statement of self-respect and self-care. When you set clear limits, you send a powerful message. I value myself, and so should you. This self-assurance is magnetic and commands admiration. Think of a relationship where your boundaries are constantly crossed. Uncomfortable, right? Now imagine the opposite, a dynamic where your limits are respected and communication is clear. That's the foundation of not just mutual respect, but real admiration. As Brené Brown wisely said, daring to set boundaries is about having the courage to love ourselves, even when we risk disappointing others. So how do you start setting and enforcing your boundaries? First, you need to identify your boundaries. Take time to reflect on what makes you feel respected and valued. This could involve your physical space, emotional needs, time, or even digital interactions. Knowing what matters to you is the first step to asserting yourself. Next, communicate your boundaries clearly and assertively. When setting a boundary, be honest and straightforward, without being confrontational. For example, if you need alone time, say, "I need some time to recharge. It's important for my well-being." Clear communication ensures your needs are understood without creating tension. Enforcing your boundaries consistently is where many struggle. It's one thing to set a boundary, but it's another to stick to it, especially when someone tests it. If someone crosses the line, address it immediately and firmly. For instance, if a friend calls you late at night after you've asked them not to, remind them, "I've mentioned I need this time to unwind. Please respect that." Sometimes be willing to walk away from relationships that don't respect your boundaries. This isn't easy, but it's necessary for your emotional health. Remember, the only people who get upset about you setting boundaries are the ones who are benefiting from you having none. Boundaries aren't about keeping people out. They're about creating space for you to thrive. When you respect yourself, others take notice. That respect often turns into admiration and, yes, obsession. People are drawn to those who are confident, self-assured, and unwavering in their values. By setting and enforcing personal boundaries, you don't just protect your well-being, you become a person who commands respect and leaves a lasting impression. You'll stand out as someone who knows their worth, making you impossible to forget. Stay firm, respect yourself, and watch how this transforms your relationships. Keep setting those boundaries, my Stoic friends. Step 4. Adopt a growth mindset. All right, Stoic friends, we've already explored the power of embracing your authentic self, cultivating emotional self-sufficiency, and setting personal boundaries. Now let's dive into adopting a growth mindset. A growth mindset is all about believing that you can improve and evolve through hard work, dedication, and learning from experiences. It's not just about achieving more, but about becoming a better version of yourself every day. When you embrace this mindset, you see challenges as opportunities to grow, not as obstacles to avoid. This attitude is magnetic because people are drawn to those who are constantly striving to better themselves. When you adopt a growth mindset, others see you as someone who's evolving, learning, and never settling for mediocrity. In relationships, this mindset can transform how you interact with your partner. Instead of viewing conflicts as signs of failure, you see them as chances to understand each other better and grow together. This shows your commitment to improvement, not just individually, but as a couple. As Carol Dweck, the pioneer of the growth mindset concept, said, "The view you adopt for yourself profoundly affects the way you lead your life." So how do you cultivate a growth mindset? First, embrace challenges. When you face a tough situation, don't shy away. Dive in with the intent to learn. For example, if there's a disagreement with your partner, approach it with curiosity, seeking to understand their perspective rather than treating it like a battle. Next, persist in the face of setbacks. Every failure is a lesson in disguise. When things don't go your way, reflect on what went wrong and how you can improve next time. This resilience shows others that you don't give up easily, and that's a trait people find incredibly inspiring and attractive. Another key aspect is to learn from criticism. Constructive feedback is a goldmine for growth. Don't take it personally. Instead, use it to fuel your improvement. Appreciate the feedback. implement changes, and let others know that you're open to learning and valuing their input. A growth mindset also means celebrating others' successes. When someone else achieves something great, don't feel envious. Let their success inspire and motivate you. This positivity creates a supportive environment where everyone grows, and it shows that you're confident in your journey. Lastly, keep learning. Whether it's through reading, taking courses, or exploring new hobbies, continuous learning keeps you stimulated and balanced. It shows your commitment to expanding your horizons and becoming a more well-rounded person. This thirst for knowledge and self-improvement is magnetic, making you someone others admire and are drawn to. By adopting a growth mindset, you not only enhance your personal development but also become a magnet for positive relationships. As you strive to improve, you'll show others that you're someone worth investing in, both emotionally and intellectually. You'll naturally find yourself on their mind forever, admired for your resilience, curiosity, and commitment to growth. Keep pushing those boundaries, stay curious, and embrace the journey of self-improvement, my Stoic friends. Step 5. Live with purpose and passion. Alright, Stoic friends, we've covered authenticity, emotional self-sufficiency, boundaries, and a growth mindset. Now let's dive into a game-changing technique, living with purpose and passion. Living with purpose means finding what truly drives you and pursuing it with enthusiasm and determination. When you live with purpose, you become a person with direction, and that energy is contagious. It makes you incredibly attractive to others. People are naturally drawn to those who know what they want and are passionate about achieving it. In relationships, purpose and passion add depth and excitement. When you're passionate about something, it shows in everything you do. This zest for life can inspire and captivate your partner. Whether it's a career, a hobby, or a personal mission, having something that lights you up makes you more interesting and engaging. As Howard Thurman wisely said, don't ask what the world needs, ask what makes you come alive and go do it, because what the world needs is people who have come alive. So how do you start living with purpose and passion? First, identify what you're passionate about. This could be anything from your career, a cause you believe in, a hobby, or even personal growth. Reflect on what activities make you lose track of time and fill you with joy. These are often clues to your true passions. Once you've identified your passions, set clear goals related to them. Having specific, achievable goals gives you a sense of direction and helps you stay focused. Break them down into smaller, actionable steps so you can track your progress and celebrate your achievements along the way. It's also important to infuse passion into your daily life. Even if your day-to-day routine doesn't align perfectly with your passions, find ways to incorporate elements of what you love into your everyday activities. For instance, if you're passionate about music but work a desk job, make time for music in your free time. Whether it's playing an instrument, attending concerts, or simply listening to your favorite tunes. Surround yourself with people who support and inspire your passions. Being around like-minded individuals who share your enthusiasm can provide motivation and keep you energized. Additionally, sharing your passions with others can deepen your connections and make your relationships more fulfilling. Another key aspect is to stay curious and open to new experiences. Sometimes our passions evolve as we grow and learn more about ourselves and the world. Don't be afraid to explore new interests and see where they take you. This openness to new experiences not only enriches your life, but also makes you more dynamic and interesting to others. Lastly, stay committed to your passions even when the going gets tough. Living with purpose and passion isn't always easy. It requires perseverance and resilience. But this dedication sets you apart and makes you truly magnetic. People admire those who stick to their path and pursue their dreams with unwavering determination. So folks, by living with purpose and passion, you not only enhance your life but also become someone others can't help but admire and be drawn to. Your enthusiasm and commitment will naturally keep you on their mind forever, as they see you as a source of inspiration and energy. Keep chasing what makes you come alive, stay passionate, and watch how this vibrant approach to life transforms your relationships and attracts people who value and cherish you. Live boldly, my Stoic friends. Step 6. Practice assertive communication. Alright, Stoic friends, we've already covered authenticity, emotional self-sufficiency, boundaries, growth, and passion. Now let's dive into another essential technique, practicing assertive communication. Assertive communication is all about expressing your needs, desires, and feelings clearly and confidently, while still respecting others. This approach is key in any relationship because it fosters honesty, trust, and mutual respect. When you communicate assertively, you're not only valuing your voice but also creating an environment where open and honest dialogue can thrive. This kind of transparency is incredibly attractive and makes others feel secure and valued in your presence. In relationships, whether it's with a partner, family member, or friend, assertive communication can transform interactions. Instead of bottling up feelings or being overly aggressive, assertiveness strikes a balance that allows for healthy and productive conversations. As Maya Angelou said, "I've learned that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel." Assertive communication makes people feel heard and respected, which is the foundation for deep and meaningful connections. So how can you practice assertive communication? First, understand your own needs and feelings. Before you can communicate effectively, you need to know what you want to say. Take some time to reflect on your emotions and what you need from the conversation. This self-awareness is the first step toward clear communication. Next, use I statements to express your thoughts and feelings. This technique helps you communicate without sounding accusatory or blaming. For example, instead of saying, "You never listen to me," try, "I feel ignored when I'm not listened to." This subtle shift focuses on your feelings and reduces defensiveness in the listener. Maintain open body language. Your nonverbal cues are just as important as your words. Make eye contact, keep an open posture, and use gestures that show you're engaged and approachable. This helps reinforce your message and makes your communication more effective. Active listening is another crucial aspect. Show genuine interest in what the other person is saying. Nod, give verbal acknowledgments, and paraphrase what you've heard to ensure you understand their perspective. This not only makes the other person feel valued, but also sets a positive tone for the conversation. Be clear and direct in your communication. Avoid beating around the bush or using vague language. State your needs and feelings directly and confidently. For example, instead of saying, "I'm kind of upset about what happened," say, "I'm upset because of what happened earlier and I'd like to discuss it." This clarity helps avoid misunderstandings and ensures your message is received as intended. Another important aspect is being respectful and considerate. While it's important to express your needs, it's equally important to respect the other person's perspective. Avoid interrupting and be willing to compromise and find solutions that work for both parties. This balance creates healthy and respectful dialogue. Lastly, remember that practice makes perfect. Assertive communication is a skill that improves with time. Start by applying these techniques in low-stakes situations and gradually work up to more challenging conversations. Over time, you'll find that assertive communication becomes more natural and effective. By practicing assertive communication, you not only enhance your confidence, but also create stronger and more respectful relationships. This clarity and respect will naturally keep you on their mind forever, as they appreciate your honesty and value the trust and openness you bring to the relationship. Speak up, be clear, and watch how this transformative approach to communication attracts and captivates those around you. Communicate confidently, my Stoic friends. Step 7. Master active listening. All right, folks, we've discussed the power of assertive communication. Now let's dive into another vital technique, mastering active listening. Active listening is more than just hearing words. It's about truly understanding and engaging with what the other person is saying. When you master active listening, you show others that you genuinely care about their thoughts and feelings. This level of attentiveness is incredibly attractive and can make others feel deeply connected to you. In relationships, whether romantic, familial, or friendly, active listening builds trust and fosters deeper bonds. When someone feels heard, they feel valued. As Stephen Covey wisely said, most people do not listen with the intent to understand. They listen with the intent to reply. Shifting this mindset to focus on understanding can transform your interactions. So, how do you master active listening? First, give your full attention to the speaker. Put away distractions like your phone and make eye contact. This shows that you're present and engaged. Next, practice reflective listening. Paraphrase what the speaker has said to confirm your understanding. For example, "So you're feeling frustrated because of the workload." This not only shows you're paying attention, but also clarifies any misunderstandings. Ask open-ended questions to encourage the speaker to share more. Instead of asking yes/no questions, try, "How did that make you feel?" or "What do you think about that?" Finally, show empathy. Respond with understanding and compassion. Acknowledge their feelings and validate their experiences with comments like, I can see why you feel that way. By mastering active listening, you become a person others feel truly connected to, ensuring that you stay on their minds and in their hearts. Listen deeply, my Stoic friends. Step 8. Be consistent and reliable. All right, folks, let's move on to our next powerful technique. Be consistent and reliable. Consistency and reliability are the cornerstones of trust in any relationship. When you consistently show up and keep your promises, you demonstrate that you are dependable. This reliability makes others feel secure and valued, which is incredibly attractive. People are naturally drawn to those they can count on because it fosters a sense of safety and stability. Think about it. If you're constantly changing your mind or not following through on your commitments, it can create confusion and frustration. However, when you're reliable, people know they can trust your word, and this builds a strong foundation for any relationship. As Dr. Seuss wisely said, "To the world you may be one person, but to one person you may be the world." Your consistency can make you that indispensable person in someone's life. So how do you become more consistent and reliable? First, set realistic expectations for yourself. Don't overcommit. It's better to promise less and deliver more than to promise too much and fall short. Be punctual and respect deadlines. Whether it's a work project or meeting a friend, showing up on time demonstrates respect and reliability. Communicate clearly. If something changes or you can't meet a commitment, let the other person know as soon as possible. This transparency reinforces trust, even when things don't go as planned. Lastly, be consistent in your actions and behavior. Your reliability shouldn't fluctuate based on your mood or circumstances. Strive to be a steady presence in others' lives. By being consistent and reliable, you build trust and deepen connections, ensuring that you remain a constant and valued presence in their thoughts and lives. Stay steady, my Stoic friends. Step 9. Enhance your appearance. All right, folks, we've talked about mastering active listening. Now let's focus on another important technique. Enhance your personal appearance. Your appearance plays a significant role in how others perceive you and how you feel about yourself. It's not about vanity, it's about self-respect and presenting the best version of yourself to the world. When you take care of your appearance, you boost your confidence, which naturally attracts others to you. In relationships, whether with a partner, friends, or colleagues, looking your best can positively impact interactions. People are drawn to those who exude confidence and self-care. As Tom Ford said, "Dressing well is a form of good manners. It shows that you respect yourself and those around you." So how can you enhance your appearance? Start with the basics. Maintain good hygiene. Regular bathing, brushing your teeth, and keeping your nails clean are essential. These small habits make a big difference in how you feel and how others see you. Next, dress appropriately for different occasions. Choose clothes that fit well and reflect your personality. You don't need an expensive wardrobe, just items that make you feel comfortable and confident. Pay attention to grooming. A neat haircut, well-kept facial hair, and skincare can significantly enhance your appearance. Physical health also plays a role. Regular exercise and a balanced diet improve your appearance and overall well-being. When you feel good inside, it shows on the outside. Finally, carry yourself with confidence. Good posture, a genuine smile, and eye contact can make a powerful impression. By enhancing your appearance, you project confidence and self-respect, making others more likely to be drawn to you and think of you often. Look good, feel good, my Stoic friends. Step 10. Refine your social skills. All right, folks, we've covered enhancing your personal appearance. Now let's dive into the final technique. Refine your social skills. Having polished social skills can significantly impact how others perceive you and how effectively you can build and maintain relationships. Good social skills allow you to connect with others, navigate social situations with ease, and leave lasting positive impressions. When you refine your social skills, you become more likable and approachable, making people more inclined to think about you and want to be around you. In relationships, whether with a partner, friends, or coworkers, effective social skills can enhance communication, resolve conflicts, and deepen connections. Dale Carnegie famously said, "You can make more friends in 2 months by becoming interested in other people than you can in 2 years by trying to get other people interested in you." This highlights the importance of genuine interest and empathy in social interactions. So, how can you refine your social skills? Start with active listening, which we discussed earlier. Show genuine interest in others' conversations and ask open-ended questions to encourage them to share more. Practice empathy by putting yourself in others' shoes and understanding their perspectives. This builds trust and rapport. Use positive body language. Maintain eye contact, smile, and use open gestures to show you're engaged and approachable. Work on your conversational skills. Be mindful of your tone and pace, and adapt to the flow of the conversation. Share your thoughts clearly and confidently without dominating the discussion. Additionally, develop your emotional intelligence. Being aware of your own emotions and those of others helps you navigate social situations more effectively. It enables you to respond appropriately and build stronger connections. Finally, seek feedback from trusted friends or mentors on how you can improve your social interactions. This constructive input can be invaluable in honing your skills. By refining your social skills, you become a more effective communicator and a more attractive person to be around. People will naturally be drawn to you, and you'll find yourself on their minds more often. Stay social, my Stoic friends. All right, Stoic friends, we've journeyed through 10 powerful techniques to make someone who doesn't value you obsessed with you. Now, before you go, don't forget to smash that like button if you enjoyed the video and hit subscribe if you haven't already. Join our community here at Virtual Stoic for more insights on how Stoicism can transform your everyday life. And hey, I'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment below and just type "I'm ready" to let me know you're ready to be the person who's missed, not just today but every day. It's a fun way to commit to applying these principles, and who knows, maybe your comment will be the first thing someone thinks of tomorrow morning. From embracing your authentic self and cultivating emotional self-sufficiency, to setting personal boundaries, adopting a growth mindset, living with purpose and passion, practicing assertive communication, mastering active listening, enhancing your appearance, and refining your social skills. You now have a comprehensive toolkit to transform your relationships and yourself. By applying these Stoic principles, you're not only becoming someone others can't help but think about, but you're also growing into a more confident, resilient, and genuinely attractive person. Remember, it's not about playing games or manipulating others. It's about being the best version of yourself and letting that shine through in every interaction. Keep shining, stay stoic, and remember, your journey to becoming valued starts now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.